I'm very curious about the evolution and the journey that we as CMOs need to take now. Because probably most of us have already tried all the basic tools of AI, right? Content creation, video creation, translation, you name it, right? Yep. ChatGPT and the likes of any almost tool that will help you get some answers or some insights on how you want to do what you want to do. But when you think about AI, there is a trajectory, right? AI is not all the same.
Nope.
There are things that we're using now to things that we will be using soon to AI.
Things that will come in the future.
That is going to come in the future.
Yeah.
So can you share with us what is that AI trajectory and what we need to keep our eyes on?
Yeah. When you look at the AI landscape, Dario, it's a very good question, by the way, because what you're really saying is AI is complex. Not only because you now have to figure out a new way of doing things, but it's also complex because it's evolving so fast. It's also complex because there's so much hype in the industry. Now, what we have done, and thank you for your validation of that, with Unica Plus, what we have done is we have tried to simplify it. So everything is driven through a Max AI centralized interface, prompt-driven. Everything's explainable, simple, easy to use. All of it is wrapped in a very nice user interface. That part of it is the easy part of AI. The hard part of AI is, where do I get started? How do I take all of these Unica Plus capabilities and navigate through the AI landscape? How do I take individual use cases as a marketer and start to deliver value using AI? What we did is we looked at the 20 most common use cases that marketers care about. And we plotted them on a 2x2 grid, as you can see in the screen right now. On the x-axis is fidelity, and on the y-axis is automation. And we plotted 5 types of AI that we as practitioners see in the marketing domain. You have statistical AI, which has been around for 20, 25 years. In fact, it's so old, it's not even called, it was called big data analytics back then. You have predictive AI, which improves upon the use of statistics to predict certain things, but it uses more advanced logic, but it's still mostly a functional type of AI that helps marketers predict next best action, next best channel, things like that. Prescriptive AI takes predictive AI to the next level by not only predicting what's going to happen, but then taking a decision and suggesting actions to capitalize on that event. Okay? Generative AI, which has been the big rage over the last 3 or 4 years, is great at creating content of various types based on prompts. And last but not the least, agentic AI is a current rage and the current state of AI development today. Now, if you look at the top 20 use cases as they are plotted here, and you move from the left to right, you'll see that in the far left, you get a very deep view of your customer. Let's call it the high definition view of your customer. In the middle, as you go to the right, the middle, you get a ultra high definition view of your customer. And to the right, you get a VHD, holographic, 8K kind of high definition view of your customer. So as you move to the right on this chart and start to instrument these use cases and develop and implement these types of AI, your granularity of understanding customer intent increases. Your granularity of targeting, we are talking about hyper-personalized targeting, well, your granularity of targeting customers increases as you go to the right of this x-axis. On the y-axis is the automation of the action that AI enables for us. So at the very bottom of the y-axis, if you look at, for example, campaign performance analysis or dynamic segmentation, the AI can tell you how your campaign is performing, but you still have to take the action to remediate any performance deficit manually. So at the very bottom of this chart is human in the loop AI. So AI that essentially assists the marketer, but the marketer still has to make decisions and execute those actions, instrument those actions on their own. In the middle, as you go up this at the y-axis, it's more human on the loop AI. For example, when you look at AI generated content or personalization, here AI can not only tell you what's going on, give you insights, but it can also act. But the action requires human beings to give templates, rules, segmentation rules, guidebooks. So the playbook is defined by a human. AI automates the execution of the playbook. So in other words, the inferencing is still done by a human, the key decisions are still made by a human, the AI just actions it. And when you go to the very top of this is where the agentic landscape is trending towards right now. You get human out of the loop AI. This is where you get truly autonomous systems. Like our segmentation agent can, based on a prompt or based on a signal, dynamically create segments, dynamically create journeys, dynamically instrument the actions of that, and do all of that either in a semi-autonomous or an autonomous manner. So as you go to the very top, it's about human out of the loop AI. Now, if you look at this particular set of use cases, we have plotted it on this 2x2 grid, and this is a state in time kind of view, right? This is a point in time kind of view. We expect as time progresses for these dots to migrate more eastwards, more northwards. But the key point I want to make, Dario, is this. When you look at Unica Plus or any platform, when you look at your data stack, when you look at your marketing strategies, and you ask yourself, I want to apply AI, start to think about it as AI is an ensemble of capabilities. Start to think about it in terms of use cases that enable certain business outcomes, use cases that power the intelligence plus economy, right? And start small and grow. You don't always have to start with agentic AI, although you can. There are well-known techniques that add value and have continued to add value for decades that you can start with. So think about it as an ensemble and combine it with all the other tools that you have as a marketer and orchestrate that beautiful experience. Create that Beethoven's Fifth as a CMO. That's really how we look at the AI landscape.
What I love about this, Raj, is not only that most of these capabilities are already in Unica Plus, but also that this is almost like, if I was a marketer now, I will take a screenshot of that slide, and actually that will be almost like the roadmap of what I need to do to actually get AI implemented, right, in my company.